What up everybody, and welcome back to a pretty unique video. Many people in the past have designed their skins around commemorating famous pro moments. However, never before have they had the ability to attach a charm to that skin, showcasing exactly which moment in history the skin is an homage to. I thought it would be a sick idea to try and create a couple of homage skins myself, now that we have the ability to do it properly. Because I enjoyed the latest CS2 major in Austin so much, I wanted to make these skins commemorate moments within that major. So I thought it would be best to pick a skin from a pro that got an ace in this major. So I went to the Austin 2025 major highlights page on skinsearch.com, my website. We've got a whole database of these bad boys. The prices aren't out yet because it's too early. They're not marketable or tradable, but believe me, when the prices are out, we'll be organizing all of these by how expensive they are, and then you can see which highlights the community like the most. But if we search ace in here, we can see that there were only 3 aces this major in the highlights, one being this Donk ace right here.
Kinda gets away with this big time.
Yeah, great damage. And then Zontix is gonna take a spot inside the smoke, so if Donk doesn't kill everybody like he tends to do...
I really enjoyed this ace. I think the crowd did too. And he's got a really sick M4A1S hot rod, which he performed the ace with, and I don't think I've ever traded up to a hot rod in my life. So 100% we're trying to create an homage skin to Donk's ace on Dust 2. There was also this Flamesy ace, but when I had a look at it, I wasn't the biggest fan of it because it's a little bit split. He gets 3 frags here, and then they have to cut it, and then they have to cut it again, and he gets the frags later on in the round. It's not quite as smooth as the Donk ace. And then of course, there was this 9-10 ace. And I remember watching this one live in the grand finals versus the best team, Vitality. This is an incredible ace, and I 100% need to try and create an homage to this moment right here. He's using the Awp Asiimov. It's not even his own Awp Asiimov, but we're gonna try and create an homage Awp Asiimov. I've already hunted the highlight charms, seeking out the specific games these moments actually happened in, buying a bunch of packages, unboxing them all, and then finally getting the highlight and then detaching the highlight from the weapon skin. So I've got the charms ready to go. And I figure the best way to do this thing justice is to try and get the #1 flow of both the hot rod for Donk's ace and the Awp Asiimov for 9-10's ace. Even though the Awp Asiimov wasn't in stat track for the 9-10 ace on Mirage, stat track is of course the best form that you can get this skin in, and field tested is the best condition you can get it in. And when I looked at creating the #1 of this guy, I found out it may be harder than it seems. And I think the very first one that I found was number 99 that someone crafted. That just goes to show how incredibly hard it is to craft these, and the #1 is going to be virtually impossible. There was only one single low enough float classified input to even try to attempt this Awp Asiimov, and in order to attempt it, we'd need to combine it with 4 stat track classified factory new fillers, and these were between the $400 and $600 range, so I'd have to spend like $5,000 purely on fillers alone in order to have a 5% shot at the new #1 Awp Asiimov stat track. Not only that, but it would be a complete all or nothing contract, seeing as I think that's the only good thing that we'd actually want to hit out of it. Absolutely ridiculous, but sounds like a lot of fun, doesn't it? Firstly, there were a few inputs in the restricted category we could have low chances at making a Phoenix classified from, which would increase our odds in the final contract. However, even this is crazy low odds at a 10% with 2 inputs. So I went ahead and purchased a bunch of low float stat track restricteds that we could throw into this initial contract. This will give us 6% each, which means we'd get about a 20% 5% in this contract to hit something from the Phoenix collection. It would come out in really low float, and hopefully it would be usable for our number 1 Awp Asiimov contract. So let's put the headset on for this one for the full experience, and let's count it down. 3, 2, 1. I think the Nova Antique would be the best thing we can get. I think the red line might actually be float capped, so we definitely don't want to hit that. Nova Antique. Oh, wrong collection. The P2000 wicked sick. Let's have a look at the float. Is it 4 zeros? It's not. We have one last shot. That's something decent from the Phoenix collection. Should be another 20%. Fingers crossed we can hit that Phoenix this time. 3, 2, 1. Nova Antique. Oh, it's the breakout collection. We do not get another item to add to our number 1 Asiimov attempt, which is sad times. If we fail, or rather I probably should say when we fail, this 5% Awp Asiimov number 1 float contract, 1 in 20, not great odds, then I still want to create that homage skin. It's not going to stop me. So I've purchased a bunch of Nova Antiques and a bunch of P90 Trigons, and we can have some attempts at creating a non-number 1 float version of it. Then, if we manage to hit it, we'll have to hunt a 910 signature to whack on the scope. Also, the Mongols and Vitality team stickers from the Major to stick on it, along with the actual Major sticker. We'll attach the highlight on it, and we'll call it a day. Then we'll try to move on to Donk's Hot Rod, but we are getting ahead of ourselves. Let's try this number 1 StatTrak Awp Asiimov. Nobody has ever crafted one in the history of CS, so this would be a historic moment. This is yet another example of how skins are more than just skins. To some of us, they have pretty sentimental value, and if I manage to create this one, it's going to be very sentimental. 5% at a field-tested StatTrak Asiimov 18007, and the current number 1 is 18009. Now that I look at some of the other options, they're not actually all too bad. I feel like if we hit the print stream, that might be number 1. Don't think that's number 1 Tamukau. I'm not sure that's number 1 Chrome Cannon. I feel like that might be the number 1 Inheritance. I'm not going to check any of these just yet because there are so many 5% options in here. I shouldn't be getting my hopes up about other skins apart from this singular 5% right here that we would absolutely love to get. Despite not being able to create any more Phoenix inputs which would have boosted our odds, we can still use the items that did come out of those contracts. So we got this conspiracy in there, and then we got the wicked sick in there too. Here it is. Stupidly expensive trade up contract. This whole thing is, yeah, it's what, $5,000, $6,000 for a 5% shot? But it's not about the expense, it's about creating epic moments, epic memories, and in this case, epic major memorabilia. No expense is spared ever for your entertainment, so if you're enjoying the video, please do me a favor and slap that like button. I need your good vibes through the screen right now for this 1 in 20. Imagine making a new number 1 StatTrak Awp Asiimov all these years later when it's never ever been done in the history of CS. That would be incredible. I think we will try to gift it to 910 from the Mongols himself. So let's do it. 3, 2, I'm covering my eyes for this because it's a scary one. 1. Awp StatTrak field tested Asiimov number 1 float in the world. Oh no, bro. No. There were definitely quite a few better options than this guy. The traitor. The float isn't even that great. It is the number 1 StatTrak the traitor. At least we did create a number 1, but as you can see, they don't exactly have high price tags. What a shame. Alright, so let's move on to trying to create another Awp Asiimov that is not #1 world float. This should give us a 25% at an Awp Asiimov. We've also got some other pretty cool options in here like the Temukau or the Orc Chrome Cannon / AK-47 Inheritance. If we get an Orc Chameleon, that's gonna be sad. For the 25%, let's count it down. 3, 2, 1, Awp Asiimov. Oh, there we go. Exactly what we asked for. It's a shame that this didn't hit last contract because that would have been incredible. But hey, we've got one. It's not looking too bad either. We'll have a little attempt to try and get a Mongol's gold, a Vitality gold, and then something that's going to be even harder to get, 910 gold. If we get through all of these sticker capsules and fail to get the stickers we're hunting, we may just need to buy them from the marketplace. Hopefully you guys don't consider that cheating, otherwise we would be here quite literally all day trying to hunt those golds. Let's see if we can even get one singular gold. We of course also need the mouse and the team spirit for the Donk craft that hopefully we're able to try and make. Oh, our first foil, Team Liquid. So this may serve us quite well in the future if we're able to get any of those stickers. Oh, there's a holo. There's a Vitality foil. It's not a gold though. Oh, there's another holo. Wrong member of the Mongols though. And it looks like, surprise, surprise, we were not able to even get one single gold. And the 910 gold right now is, it's like £6, which is less than $10. So it definitely makes the most sense to just buy these off the market right now because they're all really cheap. We'd spend a lot more money hunting them. So let's put our 910 on the scope. Do we rotate it a little bit just to be a bit more in line here? Have a look at that. Yeah, I think we do. I think that looks way cooler. The Vitality sticker right here in the middle. I'm going to put our Mongol sticker right at the front here. And then of course, we need to attach our charm. Where are we thinking for the charm attachment? I don't like right at the front. I do kind of like it probably about here. Confirm. And we'll name it the Vitality Slapper, because that's exactly what happened. First homage skin successfully created. I'm happy with this one. Let's move on to try and create that legendary hot rod. If we have a look at the #1 hot rod in the world, it is absolutely ludicrously low float. This is practically impossible to beat. And of course, it wasn't crafted. It was a level up reward. It was dropped by the game, and I think all of these, oh, this one was crafted, but it's VAC banned. In order to have any kind of chance at creating this, even if we manage to hit some of the lower stuff, it's going to be absolutely minute. So I got my hands on a couple of low-ish float mil specs from the Chop Shop collection, which of course the hot rod is from. And this contract is going to give us 16.67%. However, one of those, it's float capped. It's float capped. If we hit the bulldozer, it's GG, because there will no way be low enough float to create the #1. So we have to hit the duelists for the 16.67%. We have some crazy low float fillers in here which are super expensive, and we're not going to be able to get these back. So hopefully we don't see a nitro. 16% duelist. That's all we want to see, and we can get that shot, the hot rod. 3, 2, 1. Chop Shop collection, dual Berettas, duelist. Oh no. No, correct collection, wrong item. Oh no, we hit the float capped. We hit the float cap bulldozer. That is very, very sad. Oh, and you're kidding me. You are kidding me. We got a 60039 and the #1's a 60038, which means we just crafted the #2 bulldozer. It just gets worse, doesn't it? I had the #1 contract all planned out if we did hit those duelists. Absolutely gutting that we hit the bulldozer, but hey, we still have some attempts at the non-number 1 float version. This is what our attempts are gonna look like. We're gonna have 2 items in from the Chop Shop collection, and that's gonna give us a 16.67, where have we heard that percentage before, chance at the hot rod. Knowing how my luck's going in this video, probably gonna hit that Twilight Galaxy, aren't we? This is what our contract is gonna look like. We've put in a bunch of fillers with only 1 option above them. That does mean we have a small chance to hit the R8 Revolver Amber Fade. That would be Ultimate Ripperino. But we have the highest chance to hit the Stratosphere, and then we also have a very small chance to hit the Awp Green Energy. 16.67% for that factory new hot rod. We've already created one very cool homage skin. Let's try and get our second homage skin. 3, 2, 1. M4A1S hot rod. Oh, I knew it! Did I not call it? Did I not call that? This is exactly what would happen. Of course, we hit the Twilight Galaxy for the wrong 16.67%. Twice in a row now. It's not the worst outcome, but it's definitely not the one we're looking for. Let's give that another shot. And it looks like we actually have enough duelists that we might be able to do one after this as well, if this one fails. Similar trade up to last time. In fact, the exact same trade up. We have 1 item in that could get us the green energy, a couple that could get us an R8, mainly Stratosphere percentage, and then our 16.67% at a hot rod. Let's count it down. Let's hope we don't see another Twilight Galaxy. 3, 2, 1. This one's for Donk. Let's get it. Oh, the M4 appeared on the screen, but unfortunately it is the wrong one. Which means one final shot remains. We have both of our duelists in here in factory new. Whatever comes out of this is gonna be factory new. 16.67%. 3 is my lucky number. 3rd time's the charm. Can we finally hit that hot rod? Put a nice Donk signature on it, put the team spirit, put the mouse major sticker, attach the charm. It's gonna be beautiful if we manage it. Gaben, please, this one's for Donk. 3, 2, 1. M4A1S hot rod. Yeah, it had to be, didn't it? It had to be. Well, it looks like we're not going to be able to attach our Donk Ace charm to any kind of hot rod, which is sad, sad times. Hitting the correct collection and the wrong item twice in a row, that is tilting. However, we did manage to make the Vitality Slapper, and it would be awesome if I managed to get in contact with 910 and gifted this one to him as some memorabilia for such a fantastic moment at the major. Are there any other memorabilia skins that you'd like to see me attempt to craft? Maybe there are some incredible moments from the CS2 major that I missed. So if you've got any good suggestions and you want to see me try this yet again, let me know down below in the comments. And also let me know what your favorite moment from the major was, because mine was probably this one from Apex. $6,000 or so absolutely destroyed today for your enjoyment. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next. Take it easy, guys. Peace.